అందరికీ నమస్తే అండి ముందుగా. సో ఈ లైవ్ వచ్చేసి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ నాకు అండ్ మీకు కూడా మంచి ఇన్ఫర్మేటివ్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. నాతో ఉన్న గెస్ట్ గంగాధర్ కృష్ణన్. తన గురించి చెప్పాలంటే చాలా స్పెషల్ పర్సన్ అన్నమాట. చాలా ఇయర్స్ ఐటీలో చేసి తర్వాత జాబ్ ని తను రిజైన్ చేసి రోడ్ ట్రిప్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ రోడ్ ట్రిప్ కూడా ఏంటంటే టాటా నానోలో వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీతో ఇద్దరు ట్విన్స్ ఉన్నారు, డాటర్స్ అన్నమాట. 10 year పిల్లలతో తను రోడ్ ట్రిప్ చేశారు. అండ్ అది కూడా వచ్చేసి 81 days లో 16,500 kilometers నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ అంతా ట్రావెల్ చేశారనమాట తను. అది మాత్రమే కాకుండా వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి రోడ్ స్కూలింగ్ చేశారు. ఎంతమందికి మనకి ఇలాంటి అవకాశం వస్తుంది? మనం ఆల్మోస్ట్ అందరం 9 to 5 జాబ్స్ చేసే వాళ్ళము. ఎప్పుడు అనుకుంటూ ఉంటాం వెళ్ళిపోదాం అబ్బా ఇదంతా మనకి బోర్ అయిపోతుంది అనేసి. బట్ వెళ్ళము. బట్ తనకే ఎలా సాధ్యమైంది? వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీతో ఇద్దరు కూడా జాబ్స్ వదిలేసి అండ్ పిల్లల్ని కూడా చక్కగా హ్యాపీగా స్కూల్ కి పంపించకుండా రోడ్ ట్రిప్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఇవన్నీ ఫినాన్సెస్ అసలు ఎలా చేసుకున్నారు? ఇంకో కొత్త విషయం ఏంటంటే అసలు వీళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు సోషల్ మీడియాలో కూడా కనిపించరు. తనకేమి యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ అలా కూడా లేదనుకుంటా. ఇవన్నీ తెలుసుకుందాం మనం. హాయ్ గంగాధర్, హౌ ఆర్ యూ?
Hi Sharada, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for giving me the time, first of all, after chasing you almost more than 5 months.
It is just hard luck, that's all, right? We tried so many times.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes there is no network in your side and it is raining, and sometimes somehow it is not happened, but finally we are on live.
Yes.
Okay, so see, lot of questions I have. How it is very easy to you, this journey? I mean, you came out of your job, you resigned your job, you and your wife, and then you started your road trip with your family. How it happened? How this idea came, first of all?
So my wife and I, we used to travel a lot before the kids were born. So we were outside India, and we got to understand that travel is very, very deep for us. And the conversations were like astronomical conversations. So that gave us a hint that I think we want to weave a life around travel. And God's blessing and lots of friends and folks who supported us. So when the kids were born also, when many people said, we have twin girls, many people said, don't travel. You know, they are very young. And then my wife and I, we just traveled when they were 6 months. Actually, their first travel was when they were 2 months old. We went from Bangalore to Mysore. And then 6 months, we went to Coorg and nothing happened. We just enjoyed it. Of course, there will be a little bit of hassles here and there. And then we realized as we are actually traveling more and more, we realized it is so blissful, right? And my kids thought that travel is life because they don't know any other life. So, and what happened is when we did this epic journey in 2019 for 13,000 kilometers, 15 states and 3 international borders, it became very clear to us that the things that travel can teach, I cannot teach even if I spend not 24 hours, 48 hours a day also. I cannot get those things into my kids, and effortlessly it is going through. So I quit my job and then I got into full-time travel. My wife quit her job and she got into full-time therapeutic yoga and mudras. And then my kids got pulled out of school. So our whole life changed actually.
So it means the family is also enjoying their trip, right? Your wife, your kids, and everybody.
See, it is very important. It's a very good question that you're asking. If we do not align our whole family in one direction, that the kind of travel we may want to do can be different. My wife may like slow travel, I might like fast travel, and then we can change over time. But if all of us are not going in one direction, then, you know, in this modern life, nobody will have time for anybody else.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say that getting family values together is most important. After that, whether it is travel or whether it is sitting in one room and watching TV or reading books, that can go ahead. But the basic foundation is getting the family equations right.
So how you're giving education on this road trip? road trip itself, I heard in when I was in US, but and road trip education, what is this one? How you got this idea and how the kids are enjoying?
Okay, again a good question. So we did not know that there is something called as road schooling. We started traveling with our kids when they were 6 months, and then in 2018, somebody told us that what you are doing. I went to a homeschooling group, and then I attended in Bangalore, and then somebody told us that what you are doing is road schooling. Then
Oh,
we analyzed what's happening, what happened to our kids, what kind of education, what kind of exposure that we got. Until then, we were also very hesitant to pull them out of school. We didn't have the guts. But then
okay.
once they told us that the term, then we thought, what is happening? Oh, then we realized, wow, we went to Chirapunji in Northeast, and then my kids saw waterfall, not waterfall, we call it the water cycle, right? They saw it twice in a day, and they were in that awe, wow, this is happening. But we did not teach them that this is water cycle. Why? Because education today has made children think that they are the center of the universe. But we want kids to know that they are not the center of the universe. They're nothing in this universe, isn't it? And how to make it clear? Take them to places like that. They are in awe. Wow, so much rain. Again, it is going up. The clouds are going, right? So we realize this. And things like kindness, ethics, respect for elders, kindness towards others, animals, everything, they started coming to them automatically without we making any effort, right? And we decided until they get into 10 years, let humanity take over math, science, and all that. Many people think that, oh, do they go on a road trip and they will have online classes, books, and all those things? No, didn't have anything like that. So it's just nature. You just meet a lot of people, then you realize you need languages, then they start reading languages. It's not the other way around, that you first put language in their mind and then later on they figure out it is important. So these kind of miracles started happening in my kids' life. And then we thought that, okay, road schooling is the best to do for us. I don't say that for everybody, but for us, it is the best thing.
Nice to know. Then how you are promoting your kids next year? Suppose now they are in might be third or fourth. So how you are promoting your kids to the next class? You're not telling them physics or like science, maths. Just now you told me. So how
Yes.
it is working?
So if you ask us, the good thing that has happened to us in the last 2 years after pulling them out of school is we've lost the urge to teach them, number one, because there is nothing that we can teach to kids. They know a lot of things. Maths is in their life. It is in universe. Second thing that we have lost is the urge to keep assessing them, because a lot of education that happens in their, or the wisdom that comes to them, at least I have been brainwashed from my own experience that this is not education. Because why? It does not go to a job, right? But there are so many miracles happening in them. So we lost that urge to assess them. So we have told them, if you want to take the 10th grade, you can take. But from our side, there is no compulsion that you have to take a 10th grade and 12th grade. We believe that certificates are for people, including me when I did my engineering, is to show people what I don't know. Okay, if I know, I don't need a certificate, right? And we have told our kids, you should not go behind money. Money should come behind you. And how it will come? You have to be very useful to the society. You have to gain respect to the society by doing something so good. Okay, that money will automatically, people will be ready to pay you when you solve some problems. So we are going in this way.
Okay. So after 10th, what these kids are going to take? I mean, like how we are taking 10 plus 2, we are taking science or maths in some groups. So your kids, what about them? What they're going to do?
So first I'll explain it a bit emotionally. So what we
Okay.
feel, what we feel is no Google, no Microsoft, no Tesla in this world will be able to even provide a salary to my kids. And I'm not talking out of arrogance, or I'm not talking about overconfidence, because I feel when kids are going on such a journey and they're exposed to such things of humanity, okay, the way they think is they don't think that earning their bread, earning their living is life. They will not think like that. I got to know about that when I was 43. Then I quit my job. But my kids will know that at a much earlier age. I don't know when. Okay, but we are giving them the opportunity, right? So what will happen to them? is they will be so useful to society. How will they be so useful to society? Because we give them opportunities to fail a lot of times. The normal education system, I don't have anything against it, but they're not, for everything you do, they're clapping. First rank, oh, clap. Okay, Olympics first, good, clap. Where is the opportunity to fail? And failure is a better teacher than success. So my kids are going to try a lot of things. Maybe they'll set up a small shop, they will fail, or maybe they'll succeed. Maybe they will help others do rock climbing, because we do a lot of rock climbing. And somebody might recognize their talent, and then they might start something and start earning. I don't know. But earning will not become their life. They have to live a good life, and then the earning will automatically come from living a good life.
Okay, good to know. And why you're away from social media? I can see you in Facebook. That too, you have a lot of, you will allow only few people, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, call it, call it our madness. See,
Hmm.
there is nothing, like I told you, I don't want to teach anything to my kid. I want to live, and my wife, we want to live a life of leading by example. And then if the kids find the value in that, they will automatically pick up. That's the best way of educating children. My father and mother did that to me, right? So what we decided is, when I quit my job and when my wife quit her job and we are getting into something meaningful, we don't want to be advertising everywhere that we are into travel. Oh, I am doing yoga. My wife, we don't do that. You can't find a poster anywhere. So what we did is, we defined that we want to make an impact for fewer people. Okay, a deep impact on a fewer people, rather than peripheral impact on millions of people. So if we want to do peripheral impact, what we thought is, oh, we need a FB page, we need a YouTube channel, we need a website where many people can do scalability and all that. We are not interested in all that. We don't want to scale, because the moment we scale up our businesses, our family life will go down, isn't it? Half the time
Yeah.
I will be talking to clients, taking them out and all that. First comes our family. Then when we have time, we do business. And in that first thing, we want to be so helpful to the society, help others to do homeschooling, unschooling, help others travel. So if somebody calls me, 8 out of 10 people give free information on travel from me. Only 2 people who say that I have a kid, I have somebody like that, we give a package to them, right? So by
Okay.
living an example like this and staying away from the commercial part of the social media, we are not averse to social media, we also want to be. So that's why I have about 5,000 friends on Facebook. I have 11,000 friends on LinkedIn, and I have about close to 2,000 on Instagram. This is sufficient for us. If we make a difference in these people, a deep impact in few people in that, and we have about 1,000 people in our WhatsApp groups, that is where we make all the difference. I take calls from them. I mentor them. Sometimes I learn from them. So this is the life we want to live.
So this entire 5 minutes or 10 minutes, what we spoke is about education and money. In this world, everybody wants to earn money and everybody wants fame. Everybody is in social media, Instagram post and Facebook, everything. But you are all away from them, and you are saying you're not giving priority to money also. Then how you are managing your finances to run your family, or to run your livelihood?
Yes, very good question again. So going behind the likes and the thumbs up and good comments about Facebook, Instagram live and all is meaningless, we feel. We're not telling about others because it's what are we trying to do there? Just satisfy our ego. Then how do I earn my daily bread? So still I take people to Northeast India, right? But we do it in a meaningful way. Okay, so I earn by personally traveling with small groups of people, around 8 to 12 people. Okay, that means around 2 to 3 families. I focus purely on families with kids, because that is where our expertise is. Everybody clap for us because we traveled with 6-month-old kids. So now this time I took a 3-month-old kid also, right? So that is my specialty, right? So I do that. Then my wife does online classes on yoga and mudras. So she also started learning, but she doesn't take people who say, I want weight loss. Okay, I want to get, become this in 2 months. She does it in a very meaningful way, right? So we are earning what we want, okay, to live a nice life And we've also scaled down our requirements. Like we don't, if you look at my hall, there is only one table. That is also, we have cut the legs so that we can sit down and eat. We don't need chairs, right? We don't have a sofa. We gave away all those things, right? So
Okay.
we're trying to live a minimalistic life, right? So that way also we try to make sure that our requirements are also not growing. We are not interested in buying more than one house. We already have a house. No need to buy a second house. So all those things we have cut off, right? So that way we are managing.
Oh, good. So you are from Karnataka, right?
Yes.
Then what is the special bondage with Northeast? Why you are a specialist in Northeast, your family traveler?
My wife is also watching this, but I will tell you, many people think that I have a second home in Northeast. That much doubt they have. But there is nothing like that. If I have to tell very briefly, Northeast is a very advanced society. Okay, not that other societies are not advanced, but what I like about them is they have realized that humanity comes more than anything, more than business, more than money, anything. Yeah, and they've realized that life is more than earning a livelihood. Okay, this we realized. Ramya and I went there for the first time in 2016, and we both realized that. So we kept going on back and back there. And then we didn't realize we were going to start a business one day, taking people there. But then we love the people there. And of course, the nature, the natural beauty is jaw dropping. You've got snow, you've
Yeah.
got the waterfalls, isn't it? Right? There's blue green water. There are a million year old, 55 million year old caves, right? What else do you need? So much heritage in India's, the world's only single horned rhino is in Assam. And the people are so wonderful. We have so many family friends. So we keep going back to Northeast.
Yeah, I saw through your WhatsApp status only, but you are very active in WhatsApp status and WhatsApp business, right?
Yes, yes.
Not in the, I mean, in other social sites, but WhatsApp is
Yes.
very active. You are.
It's a very interesting observation, and I'm happy it happened without me telling you, because the only place where I'm very active and we can find most of my updates is WhatsApp status. Why? Because it goes away in 24 hours, and then it makes me and my wife live a new life every 24 hours. Right? We can't go and say, no, I posted this on that day, go and look. No, I have to live a new life tomorrow to make it more interesting. So we do it like that.
And I heard that you are giving advice to the solo travelers on for better traveling without taking a single penny.
No, not with
Is
single
it true?
penny. No, without taking a single penny, matlab like what people without money traveling. Okay,
Yeah.
so I would encourage it that much, but I do encourage solo women to travel. Okay,
Me
but
here I am. Guide me.
you have my full support, right? Right, and I have been encouraging a lot of single women to travel on their own, especially in the Northeast, because it's so safe to travel. My wife and two daughters, they have traveled. They've gone out alone in the night in Chirapunji, right? And I am totally at peace with that. Okay, because the society is like that there, isn't it? Everybody is respected, and chad and all those does not happen. But on penniless travel, I just want to put a word. This penniless travel is something that I have not understood fully, because the people who help, okay, when somebody goes to a shop and says, I am traveling without money, are the people who don't have money are the ones who actually help. Go to a big five-star restaurants and tell them that I'm doing a penniless travel. They will not even give water, isn't it? But if we go to a very poor man, he understands our problem when we go penniless. That person will help. So I have mixed thoughts about penniless travel, and I don't know much about how to encourage that, or should we encourage it at all.
So of course this is your life, and this is the way you are thinking, but do you want to give any message to those people who are doing like me? I'm also 9 to 5 jobs.
See, there is a
Just
simple
tell them quit the job and go on road trip.
you can do that. See, what I say is, before quitting the job, right? quitting job is not difficult. Okay. But before quitting the job, if we know what is it that we are born for, right? In my case, it happens to be travel, right? And now I'm also realizing that I'm also born to help people for good education. Okay. So, and stick to it without any commercial motive. If we can master that, or at least get a few buds coming out, not a full flower, but a few buds coming out of our brain, right? Then that switch is very easy, because once we attach a commercial motive to anything that we want to do after our job, how much ever passionate it could be, very soon that will also become a job. It will pull our passion and it will make it another boring thing, because our mind will start scheming. Oh, I have to earn this much, which is what we were doing in a job also, isn't it? Right? So I would say shifting that mindset first is so important. After that, taking a leap of faith. Okay, because Upar God is there, or whoever we call, okay, is there. We did not come in on earth with our own permission, neither are we going to leave with our permission. So somebody has already planned everything for us. If we follow that grand plan, I would say in the last 3 years, our family life has never been so blissful. We have had some patches where I had to travel without family, but come back. But all those things have strengthened us. Okay, it never has taken us apart, because it was our wish to do that. So I would say, in simple words, take the leap of faith, right? And find your inner calling and start doing that inner calling like you were born to do that. Don't attach a commercial motive to that. Money will start flowing in. You will not be able to count the cash. That much money will flow when people see that you are following what you are supposed to follow.
So I'm not saying this way, whatever you're going, is it a very smooth way you're going, or any rough roads also have you seen? What is
Good
that?
question. Yeah, good question. And I want to be realistic. Okay, I don't want to paint everything is hunky dory, because I have to share responsibly also. So let me give you an example so that people understand. 2018 January is when I quit my job. Okay, and then that year I took 5 groups to Northeast. Okay, and I barely made my ends meet. Okay, no business actually even gets profitable. Okay, in the first year they lose money only. At least I did not lose money. I did not take a loan. Okay, then the way I structured also my business is, if I go, I spend. If I don't go, I don't spend. As simple as that. No scalability, no app, nothing. Then the second year, 2019, I took 17 groups to Northeast. Okay, and I also paid a good loan back, okay, to somebody. Then 2020, okay, which is the lockdown year, isn't it? And 2021, everybody is going through a problem. I'm also going through a problem. Somebody took a 25% cut in my ex-colleagues in Honeywell. Many of them have taken a pay cut. Not only it's just that company, every company has given a pay cut, right? And I'm so happy to tell you that in 2021, when there was a gap that before the second wave, when other travel businesses were finding it so difficult to sell their packages, I took 5 groups to Northeast, right? So what am I complaining of? Yes, here and there, we will have some kind of hiccups, right? For example, I go for 3 months to Northeast. I'm not with my family, isn't it? Right? But the situation was like that. COVID was everywhere. But we should not forget that in 2019, we did 90 days together, isn't it?
Okay.
Right? So those ups and downs will be there, right? So, but we are very happy. I am not going to go back to a job, come what may, because I have realized this is life. Okay, ups and downs will be there, but the average is always good. Okay, and my wife is not going to go back to a job. She's very happy doing her online yoga, right? Making a difference in people's life. She's making people better, not just lose weight, right? So I would say that that's how it's been.
Yeah. So have you seen any other people in India like the way you're living?
Yeah, many people have started. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I am in touch with some at least 4 or 5 families who are doing road schooling in their unique way, right? Each of us
Okay.
have our own style of doing, but yes, some they don't call it road schooling. I know a family who's traveled, who became very famous recently also in CNN Travelers, right? But their kids are doing online schooling while they are going on road trip, which is fine, which is if it works for them. Then I know another family in Mangalore, Joanne and Avin. They have moved to a mud house and a farm in Mangalore, and then they went on an 80-day road trip. They're totally unschooling their kids. Okay, so many people are doing it. It's just that they have to start coming out of their own niche pockets and make it more popular.
Good. Did anyone inspire you to live in this kind of lifestyle, I can say?
The first inspiration, of course, is my father and mother, right?
Okay.
So travel was not, I don't know where travel came from. Okay, the first interesting travel or very enjoyable travel is with my wife. Before that, I was not a traveler. All right. But this thought that I have to give something to the society, I got it mainly from my father. He's no more now. Today is also his third anniversary. So I got it mainly from him, right? And recently, I met one of the unschoolers. His name is Mr. Sudhakar Sharma, and he is a second generation unschooler. That means 30 years ago, he married his wife, saying that I will marry you only if you don't let our children go to school. They have to study on their own. And now his daughter and son are in their 30s and 20s, and his grandson is 8 or 9 years old. And he told one thing, Gangadhar, whatever, we have never asked for money to anybody, and not one night we have slept without food, right? This, I got it just last year when I was trying, he's a mentor for me for what is called as life education or Jivana Sikshana. And off late, he's been a very big influence. We also invite him to do QA sessions every Sunday in our groups. So, and of course, my wife. What can I say? No, I cannot. There is the biggest support that I have in the entire journey is my wife wholeheartedly supporting this and never making it feel that there is any distress, right? So that is very important to me, and I really respect and revere that a lot.
Yeah, that's great, really. I totally agree with you. Otherwise, you are unable to do the road trip also. And how's the business you're doing? I mean, without any, I can say marketing. There is no marketing for you're taking families. So
Yes.
how is that? I mean, if you do advertisement, a little bit advertisement, it may, but now people are watching you in Facebook, your updates in WhatsApp status. They might be very inspired by your travel. But in spite of that, how is the business going without marketing? You're not doing properly, right?
Yeah, true. See, let me tell you one thing. Before we started business and we were going to Northeast, what were our aim? We want to do, for example, in our family, we want to do very experiential travel. We don't want a fixed itinerary. Okay. And of course, we don't want to spend too much, isn't it? Now, when I started a business, suddenly because I've started a business, all these things I cannot forget, isn't it? People who are coming to me have the same requirements, right? So when I understood that, then what I did was, we also in the initial in 2018 we started a Facebook page. It's still alive, but it is like nowhere. I don't update anything in that. We got 1,000 followers for 250 rupees. Then my wife told, hey, these followers know nothing about travel. Okay, then I realized, what am I trying to do? Just getting followers. So what we did is, it's okay, we'll go the organic route. So people who travel with us, they tell others, right? So 5 became 19 in 2019, right? And 17. And in if 2020 lockdown was not there, I'm sure it would have multiplied. But what I'm saying is, why do I want to earn money more than what I need in a year? Okay, so instead of thinking that I am going to grow old and then fall sick and then I will save some money for insurance, let me do one hour of yoga, let me do 1 hour of mudras, right? And then work on my health right now so that I won't need that. I'm going with that belief that if I do all these things, I will not fall sick. I will die peacefully, right? We are going with this conviction. We don't know whether it is right or wrong, right? So we would like to do like this because we want to enjoy our life now. After
That's good. But really, thank you so much. I got a lot of information from you. I wish someday I also will do like you.
Thanks for the opportunity, and thanks for all these interesting questions, which also opens up new dimensions for us, right? Sometimes we wouldn't have thought of why we are doing certain things in a certain way, and your questions were really nice. Thanks for that, and thanks for your persistence. We tried so many times to be live, isn't it? And
Oh,
then
yeah.
finally today it has worked. Thanks a lot
Somehow,
for your
yeah.
persistence.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a
See
lot.
you.
Bye.
Yeah.